Bulldozers aren't meant for circus tricks, but tell that to these operators. Watching them work is like watching stunt drivers on steel tracks. You'll laugh, you'll gasp, and you might just check twice to see if it's fake. Hit that subscribe button and join us for more jaw-dropping moments. This image is truly fascinating because the tree root towers many times larger than the machine itself. Watching steel challenge something so ancient feels like a battle between modern power and timeless nature. But the real question is, can the machine actually bring it down? Let's see. How does it feel watching a 24-ton wheel loader float through the sky at 88,200 feet? It's absolutely surreal. Instead of a truck convoy, the Swiss simply strapped it to a cable and flew it in. That's delivery on another level, am I right? At Indonesia's high-speed rail site, a massive concrete pillar toppled the wrong way, missing 4 excavators by seconds. The ground shook, dust flew, and lives hung in the balance. Miraculously, no one was hurt, but the danger was all too real. The ground trembles as the D375A-8 lowers its blade. With every push, dirt piles high, and yet the machine never slows. Watching the operator guide such raw force so smoothly is proof that control matters as much as horsepower. Forget capes. This hero wears chains and tires. That machine rolled in like a winter warrior, clearing paths and lifting drifts as if they were nothing. It wasn't just work, it was rescue by steel. Around here, you'd call it dumb luck. That excavator slid halfway down, but the bucket dug in like an anchor. It wasn't pretty, but it saved the day. Forget morning coffee. This Cat D8H wakes up the old-fashioned way. Starting with its pony motor, the process feels like waking a steel beast from hibernation. As smoke curls and engines thrum, you realize this isn't just a machine, it's living history. On rocky Mumbai slopes, the Tata Hitachi EX350 deploys its VBR Ripper. No explosives, just pure precision. Layer by layer, the hillside peels back like bark from a tree. Power meets control, and suddenly the terrain doesn't look so tough anymore. You think office work is stressful? Try carving roads into mountains. Operators don't just fight rocks, they fight surprise landslides waiting to crash the party. Courage, experience, and maybe a bit of stubbornness keep them going where most of us wouldn't even park. A narrow cliff, an excavator digging, and boulders falling hundreds of meters. What would you call this skill? Fearless or flirting with disaster? Forget chainsaws or back-breaking shovels. This Cat 953 track loader treats oak stumps like weeds in a garden. One push and they're gone. If only weekend chores were this easy, right? Wow, this operator truly knows his machine. Every movement shows mastery, turning a dangerous slope into controlled precision. Hats off to skill this sharp. Watching these Menzie mucks work together is like seeing a buddy comedy in hydraulic form. One slips, the other helps. Instead of arguing, they just dig in and get the job done. The backup started routine, but the ramp proved treacherous, and the ADT began to list. Seconds felt like minutes, yet the crew's skill stopped the fall from becoming a disaster. Watching them recover that giant without damage was pure, nerve-tightening mastery. This clip proves even the toughest machines sometimes need a hand, and that's okay. If you found the rescue gripping, type 1 below, and if it didn't move you, type 0. Either way, share your thoughts so we can learn from each other's recoveries. X-19 demands respect, and for good reason. Push your luck and the consequences are immediate. If you don't listen, the consequence is here. Ever tried carving a driveway? Now picture bulldozers carving an entire road through Nashka's mountains. It looks less like construction and more like earth surgery. Dust flying, blades roaring, it's rugged, messy, and absolutely impressive. Behind every screech of that multi-axle Kenworth lies pure human skill. On dusty slopes with tons of steel rolling, one spotter in red directs each inch. It's a silent partnership of trust and precision where mistakes simply aren't allowed. Love that old 977. It takes me back. Days when machines were heavy, operators were tougher, and nothing was easy. Somehow, though, we got the job done, and the memories are worth more than gold. At the Sigel mine, the demolition of a building turned into chaos. As the structure collapsed, dust clouds filled the air, swallowing everything in a gray haze. The scene was raw, violent, and unforgettable, a reminder of just how destructive controlled demolition can look. It's incredible to witness the engineering behind moving monsters like the D11T. The Slipner DB120 Plus was built for this task, handling track machines that weigh hundreds of tons. It's proof that even the strongest machines need the right partner to get the job done. Here comes the T-170, a Soviet-era bulldozer with 170 horsepower and a reputation carved in steel. From Siberian winters to dusty job sites, it never backed down. Decades later, it still proves why legends never die. You know you're at an Italian expo when even the lasers look stylish. Here's Sasha Ciccone showing off the Krill Laser Z2300 at 38%. It's sharp, precise, and honestly, if this thing could cut pizza, it'd be perfect. They use a bulldozer for tree clearing? Yeah, honestly, this way works faster. That blade plows through timber like it's weeds in the garden. It's simple, direct, and loud enough to shake the ground. I've seen men with picks fight limestone all day. This Vermeer RT1250, it just rolls steady, saw chewing clean through, leaving a trench behind in one pass. Technology sure makes the old hard jobs look easy. When you pit the CAT D10T dozer against the massive 793F Cisco truck, it's all about productivity. The D10T pushes with relentless force, while the 793F hauls mountains in one load. Together, they prove mining's true power lies in teamwork. The K700 charges in like a rescuer, chains tight and wheels churning. Slowly, it drags the T130 free from the mud's grip. It's raw horsepower versus nature's trap, and this time, steel and grit win the fight. Moving machinery on modular trailers looks like a circus act. Tons of steel balancing on dozens of wheels, inching forward like it's walking on eggshells. Somehow, it all lines up perfectly. No popcorn required. Talk about showing off. This Komatsu dozer looks like it's auditioning for a talent show, moving dirt like it's paper. Honestly, the ground didn't stand a chance. Snow shovel? Forget it. The T170 bulldozer makes those drifts disappear like an eraser on paper. Watching it clear warehouses is like seeing a giant janitor at work. Loud, clunky, but oddly satisfying. In 2011, the Hermkippa and tanker Jana nearly collided in the Kiel Canal. For a moment, steel giants closed in on each other, and the narrow channel left no room for mistakes. Luckily, quick action prevented disaster just seconds before impact. Forget smooth runways. This HC-130J came down on a dirt strip like it was parking in the backyard. Dust everywhere, engines roaring, and somehow it still looked graceful. I swear, even the tumbleweeds saluted that landing.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That tiger cat moved like a wild beast, gripping logs thicker than my torso and swinging them like twigs. In seconds, it cleared what would have taken hours by hand. Honestly, if I hadn't filmed it, no one would believe me. The MB track roared through the frozen air as I gripped the Moe controls like tuning an old instrument. Each log swung out from the snow with precision, but when that claw skimmed past the cabin glass, just inches from impact, I held my breath. Every time.
Illustration till flyktingsituationen i världen, att det hade ett så starkt allmänintresse.
I thought it was just a regular brush cutter, until he swung it once, and thick weeds vanished like paper. The steel FS-120 roared in his grip, its auto-cut head spinning fast through grass, roots, even soft dirt. Right then, I knew this tool meant business. I've run saws before, but watching these guys, different league.